So we've had some technical difficulties, and I've decided to go back again and attempt to make another video. Hoping this works. I'm hoping you all get this and you all get stuck in the live version that I'm looking at right now on Facebook and dealing with this BS, because that's always nice to deal with BS. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm trying to, yeah, thanks for coming back, everybody. It's so weird. Once again, it's another issue with technology, but I'm going to let that go because I'm going to work on something else. So, we were talking about Codename Indigo Donkey. The big part is, I got to keep remembering to call it Codename Indigo Donkey, because I keep trying to call it by its real name. I'm like, oh no, don't say that, don't say that. So it's, I got to keep saying it over and over, like the way I do, so I sound all like, it's Indigo Donkey. So, today I was looking at the fun part of Indigo Donkey, which was finding out how much money could be put together. Okay, good. I just got an email I got to deal with, of course, because everyone sends you emails when you're online doing your work and stuff. They know. So I'll deal with that later. So, what can I tell you about Indigo? What officially I can tell you about Indigo Donkey? I can officially tell you that Jeff Lee, Michael McCarthy, and Rich Redmond will be working on it. They are going to be doing some really cool stuff. We've kicked on some ideas what the premise is. I can't give you the premise yet because they're still working on some stuff. But I can tell you that it will be fun. It will be something that's very, very long term. It's something that we think that as fans of role-playing, it's something that's needed. I also, well, let me tell you this part. So, when I first came and thought of the idea and I pitched it to the guys, they were like, oh, that's a cool idea. And I pitched it to Jeff and Michael first. But I knew those guys, I wanted to get their feedback, A, and I wanted to get their buy-in, B. And I got both of that, so I said, okay, since they got both of that, let's find out how good it really is. So then I pitched it to Rich Redmond. Pitched to Rich Redmond, who also wrote Obsidian Apocalypse, and I sent it to another person. I'm going to tell you that person in a second. Troy. No, it will not. It will not involve a Kickstarter. I'm going to say I'm currently anti-Kickstarter. I have 2 Kickstarters I'm finishing up right now, and as much as I like the concept of Kickstarter, I hate the waiting for stuff. I hate it takes a long time to make, then you got to develop it a little bit, and then you got to move it, and then you got to put it out. I don't like that. I don't want to do that anymore, and this kind of product isn't the kind of product for that. This is a product that, I have planned us to have some stuff for it before it officially comes out. I can say this with slight confidence that I am hoping to start announcing what it really is by September, and then by October release what it is. And if it works out like we're supposed to, so I can't tell you that part. If it works like it's supposed to, we're gonna have we're gonna have to move some things in certain directions. But in the long run, it will be actually pretty cool if it comes out the way it's supposed to. I think a lot of people will be happy with it. I think a lot of people will be happy the way we did it, and the things that are offering from it. Whew, navigated that one. That one pretty good. All right. So now remember, I just told you that Rich Redmond and somebody else was one of the people that I suggested and I sent some stuff to. All right. Well, let me tell you the second person was, because I think it's better to tell people. All right. So I sent the email to Rich Redmond. I also sent one to Clinton Boomer. This project really kind of needs, I think, Clinton on it, because I think Clinton had some really awesome stuff to what we're planning, and I think he'll like a lot of stuff we're doing, and even the ideas I have, deep in my head that I haven't even announced to my old team. Well, actually, I did announce that, didn't I? Oh, I did. Well, that you guys don't know, I think Clinton will actually really be up for that kind of stuff. So I'm really hoping to do that kind of project with him. I also would like to get some more people involved. And the cool part about it is the way we have it structured, we can actually have people commit to something without having to you turn it into their second life. Because I mean, look, there's a lot of people in this industry who are working, who are done tons of projects, who are doing a bunch of stuff from this thing to that thing, and yeah. So with Indigo Donkey, it will give people an opportunity to jump into doing this, do it for a little bit, and go back to the regular stuff without a lot of interruption in it. It also makes it kind of fun for them. I think they'll enjoy it a whole lot more. I think I'm going to enjoy it a lot more because I get an opportunity to do something I've always wanted to do, while at the same time getting to play the adventures the way I would want to play them. So that's really what's going on with that. And also, if we notice that Indigo Donkey is doing very, very well, we will do a version for Starfinder. And now people are like even more like, "Oh, we're going to do a Starfinder version." Well, we're going to see how it does. We're going to see how it does. We're going to see how Starfinder does. But yes, we will have a plan for it. I can't give you its code name yet, because if I give you its code name, you'll kind of figure out what's going on. But who said? I think, was it Michael or was it Jeff? No, it's Jeff. I think came with Jeff has come up with the code name of both of these. So it's very much that we're gonna ease this out very slowly, but it will be very cool. Let me tell you some things. Also, things I can also tell you about Indigo. If it works out correctly, we'll be able to involve other third-party publishers in this. And the reasoning for being part of it can easily make sense. It easily fits into what we're doing, and just makes it even better because you get that kind of cross promotion. Plus, you get to expose people who may not know of a certain game world, a certain thing. So there's a lot of that going on. Yeah, I mean, I know right off the bat, knowing me, yes, this is the secret project. Yes, Troy, this is the secret project I can't tell you about. This is the infamous codename Indigo Donkey. We're going to keep calling it Indigo Donkey because that's the code name we came up with, and that's the legitimate one we're using, and that's a great code name. I mean, come on, Indigo Donkey, that's awesome. And Ben McFarlane has actually come and is watching now. Ben is actually doing another secret project. Now, actually, it's not too secret. I think I put it out there. Strange Worlds, the adventure series we're doing. I'm about to talk to him, probably Ben, working on Indigo Donkey, about some stuff going on there. I said, yeah, Indigo Donkey it has the potential to become very, very complex very quickly, but we've structured it in such a way that even if it becomes like super duper complex and you think it'd be unwieldy, it's actually quite organized and quite well put together. And like I said, I think a lot of people are going to like to do it because the commitment can be, as short or as long as they want it to be. So, and it also gets them inspired. We basically give them a very blank slate and tell them to go. Sure, how can you help and how can you be involved? All right, currently, right now, I'm letting only my main guys be involved in it right now because, they've been on a long time. They know what I'm looking for. They know that I'm looking for the art. What I will tell people this project will be, if everything works out like it's supposed to, it will be in PDF format and in print. The PDF amount we're going to be looking at, off the top of my head, I believe is like $4. I won't tell you, $4. I'll just say $4. Because that might change, and there might be something I can't tell you because of that. Because that plays into it too. Well, I don't know. Can I tell you that stuff? Ooh, can I tell you that? Okay. Well, I'll tell you this. We're doing a Patreon for it. We will not be doing a Kickstarter. It will be a Patreon for it, and it makes more sense. So, the Patreon for it, I guess I can tell you this. The Patreon for it will be because it'll be a subscription-based model. And there'll be 2 levels to this. There'll be a standard level and then an elite level. The elite level, of course, will give you a little bit more than what you expect in the standard. The standard will give you, it's a good, fair level. It's not that expensive. I can tell you this part. This isn't, the standard level will run you about $2.99 a month. That's $2.99, not $2.99, but $2.99 a month. While the elite, if it's still correct, I believe is $5 a month. And these 2 levels will be important. Once we get more into it, you'll see more. Like I said, we're still developing it, so it's it's not even online. It's still it's very 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 rough. But we definitely did the numbers today. We counted the numbers. We looked at our budget. I saw it was legitimately possible, and talking to our cartographer. Yes, we have a cartographer for this, and this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really interesting. It's also going to be an opportunity for the fans of not just what we do, but third-party fans to see a lot of different stuff. I know, at least in my head, I don't think I've actually done this in reality, but in my head, I have talked to Dream Squad Press, and I think I mentioned this to them, but I can't remember. See, this is what happens when you get old and crazy. You just can't remember stuff. You're old and crazy. So I think I told them, or I mentally told them. But I know they're going to be involved, because usually, I'm not going to lie, anytime I do something, I try to get the guys from Dream Squad Press involved, because, there will be psionics in this. Not the entire thing, but there will be parts that are psionic. So, and there probably will be some with even psychic magic. Like the dragon book that we're doing right now that I'm still waiting for art to come in and finish. So difficult. But, these things are going on. So, Indigo Donkey is moving full stream ahead. Everybody's on board. Everyone's liking it. I'm liking it. I'm very happy with the work that's been done. I'm very, very happy that we got some great people involved with it. So, this will be lots of fun. I know, like I said, and I know that people will think it's one thing at the beginning, but by the time it's done, they're going to realize it's something totally different. But it definitely is an homage to something else. I'm not gonna tell you what the homage is, because once I tell you, you'll be like, oh, I get it. But it is an homage to something else that is important to what we're doing. So yeah, Indigo Donkey is it is going well. So yeah, that's good. We also released. I think we already talked. We also released. I'll tell you why, Mr. McFarlane, why it's called Indigo Donkey instead of Indigo Mule, because the initials of the thing are ID. And I blame Jeff Lee, who says, Indigo Donkey, that's what we're going to call it. And I busted out laughing when he said that. So I'm like, oh, maybe type that. So I'm like, Indigo Donkey it is. So that is why we are called Indigo Donkey. See? See, it's not, we're trying to be creative here. You have no idea. You think it's easy to come up with stuff quickly? Hello? Indigo Donkey. That's what we're calling it. So there you go. Yes. And so let's going on the news today at Paizo. I think it's pretty light at Paizo today. It's been it's been a very busy couple days. So we've kept it. I think most people kept it very light on stuff. I know Paizo's blog talks about their upcoming. Was it this? Well, that was yesterday. It was. They talked about the horror book coming out from them. Ultimate Horror, is that what it's called? Ultimate Horror? Horror Adventures. That was actually, they put that up before they put Steve's post up. They also, of course, put a post up just for Steve, right? For Wright Publishing. Steve Wright. Steve Russell for Wright Publishing. So they're talking about the upcoming book. So I'm kind of excited, even though it's coming out in August. Which I'm like, why are you putting out a horror book in August? But I get it. I get it. That would, So, if you're going to pick it up, I think it'd be great. You know what I'm going to say. If you pick it up, you should be picking up Obsidian Apocalypse. Because that's an awesome book. That was done incredibly well. And it is just straight out, awesome. So, if you're going to do that, just pick it up. Think about it. It'll be a win-win. You will not be disappointed. And also, I can't wait to see what they've done. To see how different it compares. How much stuff we can integrate from Obsidian Apocalypse. Plus, it's nice that they have another book that's doing horror. That we loved horror. That's what we did. So, it's one of those cool little things. Plus, the art is awesome. This other artist is Hugh Pimmer. I like the artwork so much. I wrote them a letter saying, "Hey, what are your rates? Because I like this art. So if I like the art." Well, yes, Ben, because of Gen Con, but they could have put another book out for them for Gen Con and then put this out in September. But I get it. I get it. I understand why they did it. It's horror, man. Horror is done best in October. It's October. And, this is, okay, then there's a little thing. All right. I get why people do Gen Con. I understand the reason for it. And I think people set up for Gen Con too much. I've said this and I believe this totally. the two cons people should be focusing on should be in well, it used to be like June, July, and then late August for Gen Con. You had Origins and Gen Con, and which I thought would have been a smarter thing to do. I never figured out when no one ever did this. Even I thought it was a brilliant idea. People I talked to thought it was a brilliant idea, and I thought it would work well with the living campaigns or any living campaigns. If you want to build real interest in living campaigns, you want to do the big cons. Your year event should start with Gen Con. And then you run the entire thing all the way through. Now I'm talking, this is initially when I was doing this Winter Fantasy, that whole living thing was there. So you'd run it from Gen Con to Winter Fantasy. Winter Fantasy would be your midpoint. This would be the part where people go, okay, the thing, this is the end of the big thing, and the rest of the year, the season break as you on TV. And then from Winter Fantasy all the way to Origins, with Origins being the ending. And that's how you'd organize it. It'd be like half and another half. But the weeks in between, that would be the big promotion for the next year's thing. So you got the big event happening here at the beginning, the midpoint, and the big battle at the end, and it's 6 weeks or 8 weeks, whatever it was, between the beginning of that and Gen Con, you promote the next biggest thing. But you spend 6 weeks putting out like, boom, what we're doing, this is what we're doing. And like not every day, but every other day, it's like boom, 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 gotta be Gen Con. So it gives a reason for people to come to Gen Con, but it also gives people a reason to go to Origins. Because it's like, they're so close together, and they're kind of near each other. It's like, how do you get people who go to Origins interested in going to Gen Con and vice versa? Well, that's a cool thing. This is the end of the series, this is the end of the year of whatever, boom. And then the next year starts six weeks later, boom. And you have that nice gap where people will talk about it, and they'll see with the press release. And maybe even at Origins, the Saturday night, you have a big thing saying, okay, this is what we're going to be doing for the next 6 weeks to the end of the next year thing. You make a big release party, and you go all crazy, and you play it like that. Oh, I'm trying to read this message that Troy wrote. What's going to do? Okay. I was talking about organized play, Troy. Horror is best done on a lake with a mission. No. Well, maybe a mission. Well, maybe some teenagers. Well, maybe at a lake. Okay, maybe at a lake. Horror maybe is best. Origins, Gen Con, Winter Fantasy Series is how living going. But see, I knew I wasn't the only one doing it, and I never understood why they stopped doing that. It's very weird to me, Ben, why they stopped that. I talked to a lot of guys who do living stuff. JP did our living stuff for New Access and doing his own. The guys from Paradigm Concepts ran it too. I know they were looking at doing their own version of Winter Fantasy down here in Florida, not South Florida, but in Florida, at a really cool place that had a very medieval feel to it. And it could have been done very well, which would have been kind of cool. But I don't think I ever got off the ground. But yeah, there's also a lot of just cool things that can be done. There's just a lot of ways to handle it. Oh, this computer's driving crazy. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of things that can be done awesomely that would work well for a living, and and everybody gets. I said once again, Gen Con is important to sell at, but I always wonder, it's like the cost of Gen Con to go. How does that affect how much you have to sell? Because I don't even know if they charge for a booth anymore. I've been to Gen Con in basically a decade, and it's been a decade, almost a decade, and it was fun to go, and it was really a lot of work, but it was just I never said. Oh, Ben said, because they obliterated Living Greyhawk with 4th edition and promptly forgot all the lessons they learned while organized play. Well, yeah, that happened. People do stupid things, Ben. People do lots of stupid things. I'm not immune to that. We all do stupid things. And, of course, I think okay, Lord. I think WotC had learned a little bit of lessons with the 4E to the 5E. So, I'm hoping they're, going to give people something like that. I was always surprised that Paizo had not done that, or more than the smaller companies had not done it. There's a fly in my house that's driving me crazy. I have a great hatred of flies, if you ever know. It's like a little tiny bug. But for me, it's flying in the air, so it's a fly. That's how I see it. So yeah, I think it's going to be like just awesome stuff. And I think Gen Con will be a really cool event, and I think a lot of people will have a lot of fun. But it's just, it's just one of those things. It's a busy time. It's going to be busy, and you're going to be running around, and you're trying to sell product, and you're making all this stuff, and this is your big thing, and if you miss the date, that's nothing. I don't think you should ever have like one place be your big seller, because if you, if you tank, that's it. Visitors badges were $90 this year. I did not know that. Yeah, I did not know that. I did not know visitor badges were that expensive. I didn't. Wow, $90. If visitor badges are that expensive, what is the cost to get a booth? Anybody, any third-party guys in here who can tell me how much a booth for Gen Con is? Because I'm kind of interested now. So I'm like, wow, man, it's that much? It's like, and you got to ship the stuff out there, you got to sell it, and booth costs were very steep this year, and real estate was extremely tight. Wow. 2 words you don't want to hear. It cost me a lot of money, and we don't have a lot of it. So, and I always wonder if people just say, okay, look, just ship stuff back to our rooms, and we'll sell them out of a box on the street if we have to. Do old school style. Or, it's like, hey, you prepay, and you meet us at Gen Con, we'll bring your copies with you. I mean, maybe that's the way. Yes, Jeff Lee has definitely put, take it, Lita Lewis to take my throwaway joke and use it. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Indigo Donkey. Say what you like. That's a great name. And it makes sense. Indigo Donkey. So. But yeah, I just, I've always, it's tough. It's tough for me to justify traveling for a con if you're not going to make money and bring home profit. And because, look, I'm in South Florida, and it is great to fly here everywhere. You can pretty much fly here at a reasonable price. Now, with the show coming, badges are now at $120. Yeah, guys. Okay, and maybe that's not so bad, because it's like 4 days of gaming, so it's like $30 a day. I guess that's not a bad price, maybe. Yeah, it's how Samurai came about. Wait, Dale, you said, sure, yeah, that's how Samurai Sheepdog came about. What do you mean, explain more. I'm trying to see where you connect so I can make sure to make the right connection. So, I think, I think there's a way to do this correctly. I know there's some other companies that sell people's products at the con, but it's not as good as you being there selling and pushing product. But, having a table is important, but you're also trapped at the table. It's like, oh, gotcha. Can't get away from this table. Going to be here for the next 4 days, and then you really can't meet the meetings you'd like to do, and just the chance meetings. You walk in the hall, hey, so-and-so, how you doing? The game company, oh, of course, well, of course. Well, there's nothing wrong with naming yourself something interesting, See, Jeff? Indigo Donkey is an awesome name. You didn't even know how awesome it was. That's how we do it. So, yeah, like I said, I think Gen Con's going to have another good Gen Con year. I think, I wish more people would come to Dragon Con, too. I've always thought personally in my head, it's always been Dragon Con, Origins, Gen Con. Those are the big gaming cons in the U.S. And Dragon Con, is definitely a con in itself. And it's definitely made that crossover. I think MegaCon here in Orlando, or up in Orlando, is trying to do the same thing. Trying to be that nice crossover of comics and games and anime and cosplay. And let's put it all in one big roof. That whole thing. Niche, cool, gaming, fun stuff that we all love. And boom. And it's not a bad idea. It worked. It worked for San Diego. But also, San Diego, I think, is also run out of space, too. I've seen small press, this is from Ben, I've seen small press combine get a boost cost. Last year was Legendary, Adventures of the Week, and Kobold. Yeah, and he thinks he may not have been Adventures of the Week. But, it's like, the price of these booths, it's not expensive. It's expensive to have a booth. Plus, it's better to have a team up where you can, like, oh, I got to take a break. That kind of thing. You got 2 or 3 guys there, you're working back and forth. A team effort. But, like, why is it so difficult? PAX East has been asking... Oh, really? See, PAX, if you're not familiar, there's PAX and PAX East. PAX East is in New York, and PAX West, I think they're calling it, is actually in Seattle. Out there with Emerald City Con. Emerald City Con is what it's called? Yeah. I know Emerald City is a very well-known con, does very, very well out there. Once again, being an East Coast guy, I can tell you about East Coast cons. Midwest and West Coast cons, I don't know that much. I haven't had a lot of experience. I've only been to a couple of them. But, I've heard, good rumors of certain things. Oh, yeah, check this place out. This is good. Check this one. This is not so good. So, that's going on. So, it's also the travel. The comic guys, I think, have a little bit better. But I don't think the tables are as expensive. Because there's so much people doing comics. The comic stuff is just innate with stuff. This is why I also believe that in this industry, you should also branch out to do comics. I've always said that from day one. Do a comic. Do a web comic. Find somebody to do a comic about your thing. Because there is money in that just alone from the savings you'll do on just art. 4-page comic book, painted, that costs you, I mean, you can get a digital one done, what, 125, 150-ish for comic book size? If you do it right, you do like 4 panels, that's 4 pieces of art. Even if you pay 150, 200 bucks, that's $50 a panel. And you can do this stuff in your regular book, so you've used it twice. That's a win-win. So this way. So, like I said, once again, I get into the rat hole of how to save money. That's just another way to do it. Just an idea that you guys can toss around if you think it's a good thing. All right, it's kind of a little late. It's a little later than I planned. I had a technical difficulty, so I'm gonna try to get this thing up as soon as possible. Like I said, there's more fun stuff coming with Indigo Donkey. I'm hoping to. I can't show you it. Or can I show you it? I don't think I can show you it. But I'm going to show it to you anyway. I'm going to see if this works out. I'm opening up Photoshop to see if I can show you the cover rough idea that I was doing for Indigo Donkey. Wait for this lovely Photoshop to open up. Come on, Photoshop. Photoshop, my friend. Boom. I think Gen Con is going Growing Pains in the next 3 years. Okay, Ben McFarland. I think Gen Con is going to hit Growing Pains in the next 3 to 4 years. I wonder if they need to have GM or players badges. Oh, yeah, I think they will. I think they're smart, they will. But I mean, GMs also get, if done right and with the right thing, they can get free rooms and stuff like that. The biggest problem I have with Gen Con, and I've said this from day one, it just still upsets me to no end. Getting a hotel room. Because I remember it's like hotels sell out in like 10 seconds. It's like, that's just ridiculous. Oh, I didn't do the cover for it yet. Oh, I haven't done the cover for it. I thought I did. It's the other thing. Well, I can show you the other thing. Maybe I can show you this. And this will tell you a bit of the process that I'm under. If I can remember where I put it. Really? Really? Yeah, that's where. No. Yes. No, yes. Whew. Cover. Boom. So, oh no, this isn't the right thing. So, I was going to show you, I thought I was working on the cover for Indigo Donkey, but I did not get that ready. But I think I can show you. This is a very, 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 very rough cover for Neo Genesis. This is just a mock-up. Nothing here is permanent. I'm just using it for placement and looking for background and seeing things I like. But you can at least see what I'm doing. Let me flip the camera. I hope this works. I hope I don't cut you guys off. See, this is the very, very rough version. It's this image. This image is actually from New Exodus. It's actually from our Order of Kaga book, or one of our books with Kaga in it. This is a planet that's actually one color. I did a little gradient blend. It's actually red, but I changed it to a blue because I think blue looks cooler. On the back, let me zoom in real quick. Boom. You'll see it's actually this cool machine builder code. If you're a fan of the Avengers and Jonathan Hickman's run, this is the code language they used in the books when they were doing the whole Starbrand combination. But like I said, this isn't even right. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna put the person on there because I'm like, oh, I like it with the person or without the person. Maybe you should fade it. Maybe you should. So I never know. And it's like maybe, and I don't know if I want this up here or maybe in a different color. But like I said, this is 100% how you develop stuff off the top of your head, and you're just developing it. No, I don't actually change anything. Let me show you some other cool stuff. I gotta look at this stuff first before you see all my cool stuff and my tons of projects. Like, no, I can't show you that stuff. That's all you guys get. Sorry, that's all you guys get. Ben, I like Hickman's run, but I think Hickman, once again, every time I read Hickman, I feel like I'm not smart enough to read it. There's some moments where I'm like, I'm not getting this, and I've read a lot of his stuff to go, I'm not getting this, and I don't think because I'm stupid. I just think it's over my head, but yeah. So there you go. I got other stuff to do. I gotta put my cup in the sink. I gotta drink water. I'm still thirsty, and I gotta still pack my lunch because it's still, I still gotta feed myself tomorrow. All right, that's it. That's right. This is the last one for the week, so we're gonna be off, of course, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Do us a favor, if you're watching us on Facebook, go to our YouTube page. You can find it probably one of the links, or go to YouTube, type in Transparency Agenda Daily or Louis Porter Jr. Do us a favor, subscribe there. We need the subscription numbers so we can keep getting up, so we can get more traffic, so people get more interested, so we can do more cool things. It's really about getting more people coming out checking us out. So do that. That'd be a huge favor. We'll really appreciate that. And have a good weekend, of course. I know a lot of you will be playing some stuff. I don't know what I'm going to be doing this weekend. I got this yesterday, and I bought the first issue, and I loved it because, I'm an old throwback Hanna-Barbera kind of guy. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, I got to do that. Oh, I totally forgot. For you new Exodus fans, just to prove that I'm not sitting here, you don't want that back part. You don't need that. That's mine. But what does it say? I can't see it. What does it say? Oh, Chapter 6. This is going to be horrible. I do this really, so ghetto-ish. Yeah, that wasn't it. You can see I'm doing stuff. I'm doing stuff here. Why are all my lunches in the corner now? See? Oh, you've seen that picture before. You've seen that picture before. I don't think you've seen this one before. This is oh, dragon. There's that stuff going on. Iron Forge. Alright, and then put that down. And then Chapter 7. Ooh. Influentials. You're like, what does that mean? That means people like my destiny and dying. One of the members of the Folding Circle. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's a weapon. That's a weapon. The Destroyer. Very scary. Boom. Boom. Let's see what about this. Oh, yes. Jeff Lee's inspiration for Ultron. So, we also have our NPC gallery in here with lovely headshots. No, these two are actually regular headshots. But this is actually one of our donors. He got himself his headshot. He's a Dominion Weirdcaster. Oh, I gotta fix that. I just realized that. See, the issue I fixed. Gotta see. And then we have, that's our Imperial Apothecary. That's an old image. This is another image we did. Actually, yeah, the Imperial. Oops, turn that around. Sorry. The Imperial Men at Arms. That's actually one of our donors, also. I think this is one of our donors. I can't remember. I'm only 50-50 on that. The Order of Kaga Augur. That's one of our donors. The Protector Peacekeeper. One of our donors. Section Omega 8 Hunter. One of our donors. So, yeah, so like I said, we're still moving along. We're doing stuff. And yeah, this isn't as bad as the other thick pile that I have of stuff over here. Jeez. I couldn't find the other part of the book, so let me... Ooh! Jeez. That was a big, heavy pile of books. So here's chapters 1 through 5. Six and 7. And if you're wondering how thick it is, playing cards. That's how thick it is. And I still have 2 more chapters I gotta print out. Ugh. Chapters 8 and 9, which are our mythic rules and our psionic rules. So, we're almost, this book is done. I'm gonna clip this, I'm gonna have it, and I'm gonna go through it page by page and see any major mistakes that I see. Plus, I gotta wait for all the editing to come back. I'm still waiting for editing. We're only on like chapters 2 or 3 in editing. We still got tons of pages to go through. Our poor editor, that's what he's got to do. But that's it. Let me get out of here. Thank you all for watching. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you here on Monday. Talk to you later.